centuries-old art of winemaking has a rich history in the state of Indiana. In the early 1800s, Swiss settlers in what is now Vevey, Indiana, had an influential impact on the early American wine industry.
Vevey was the first successful commercial wine industry in the country because of two things. One was the extent of the vineyards that were planted. There were probably 50 acres, which far exceeds anything that had happened before. And the second is that they had commercial distribution.
But Hoosier Hospitality Wine will focus on the wine industry we find in Indiana today. As a viewer, you will be part of the seasonal cycle of Hoosier vineyards. You'll see how vineyard work takes place even during the harsh conditions of winter.
What we're doing today is pruning the vines, getting them ready for spring. Basically what the pruning does is it prepares the vine for crop load for next year.
In stark contrast, training the canopy is work for the summer months.
What this is doing is actually opening up the canopy so that the fruit is exposed and the leaves all have a exposure to the sun.
When the grapes reach maturity and their sugar level is at its peak, you'll see a wide variety of workers take to the vineyards for harvest.
This is one of these really good days for harvesting. We're having really nice, cool mornings, which the grapes are coming in right now in the 50s coming into the cellars. Every fruit bud that we had was successful, and so we're looking at a full crop of this particular variety.
Running parallel to the vineyard timeline, Hoosier Hospitality Wine will also follow the annual events in the winery. You'll see the destemming and crushing of grapes as they come in from the harvest. Then we'll visit the large stainless steel vats where the wine is stored during the fermentation process. Several wineries will discuss the aging process of the wine and how it affects the taste and color of the final product. When the wine is mature, we move on to bottling.
The first unit is a filler corker, so it fills the bottles and it levels the amount of wine in the bottle, then it puts the cork in. And then the next station is the heat shrinker, it puts the capsule on, and then finally the label goes on.
The viewer will have exclusive behind-the-scene access to the Indy International Wine Competition. The sights and sounds and smells and the tastes of this event are nothing less than inspiring.
Wineries from around the world, 15 different countries, 38 states here in the US, are sending in their wines that they made to have the wines judged here at the Indy International.
And Indiana wineries seem to be making their mark at the competition.
We see that Indiana wineries are constantly winning more medals.
It shows people, certainly around the country, but also overseas, that they produce wines, and when you see the list of awards, it shows that they can produce very good wines.
Wineries like Oliver and Huber have, they have reputations that are national at this point, and the wines are very good, and so they deserve all the success that they're getting.
Hoosier Hospitality Wine, coming this fall to WTIU. Watch and see for yourself how Indiana wineries stack up against the competition.